not attempt to adjust your set. This is a streaming freedom video bulletin. It cannot be stopped, and it is the only free voice left on the net. Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. So before getting any further into this PS4 Let's Play, please be aware of the likelihood of numerous record errors in my game footage. I won't know when and if they occur, but I do expect them. Nothing I can do about it, but I do apologize if that's the case. So today I am in a delisted game that's no longer available. It was available on PSN Store for maybe about a week or so, and then Sony removed it. And the reason for that was because the game was a ripoff that was passed off as the PC game MISIDE, or sometimes pronounced MISIDE, as I have heard it both ways. I'll be pronouncing it as MISIDE, but was looked to be like a port of MISIDE called MISIDE Enter the Game. And it wasn't until you purchased the game and had downloaded it that you learned that it was a ripoff, and the name changed to MISDIE Enter the Game, and you realized it wasn't actually a PC port, as we do get them occasionally. In any case, over here on the desk there is a phone I can interact with. That's the only thing that I can interact with, which has a new message. And by hitting X on the prompt here, says, check out this new version, you'll love it. This is from a friend with an attachment you can download. The reason I'm playing this is because I received a comment from somebody asking if I could do a Let's Play that was curious about it, and since I still had the game I figured, why not? Hi Alex, I'm glad to see you. By the way, you can't pick your name, it assigns it for you, and this is supposedly Mita. I'm Mita, and this is my world. And no, you're not. Sorry for that my apartment is a mess. Let's try to make it better together. Now you'll notice that the Mita that is right here on screen does have pigtails like Crazy Mita is supposed to, even though the hair color is different. I suspect the larger Mita that we were talking to originally looked that way before maybe they changed her to try to get away with it or something. I don't know. But that model is actually still in a couple of places in game. I'll point them out. Amazing. You're really helping me. Can I ask a favor? Buy me something to eat. And of this, I don't think you can pick any of these that are grayed out. You can only pick this here. And then from this, I don't think you can pick any of these either. I think the only thing, because like if I try to click on this, nothing happens. So the only thing you can pick is this right here. So I don't know why it gave all those options. You're really nice, Alex. It's really bad we can't meet in real life. Wait. I have an idea. Don't move. We'll be together right away. And so now Alex is getting pulled into supposed Mita's world. That ought to be her name, supposed Mita. I've never played the original MISIDE on PC, but I do know like Crazy Mita and Cappy and so on. What? Where am I? Okay, so this is supposed Mita's home, or I guess maybe a precursor to it. But if you come over here and take a look, you'll see somebody very familiar looking. I do believe that is one of the actual Mitas from the actual game. Maybe fan art or official art, I don't know which, but probably not there with permission, obviously. And let's see, in here is the kitchen. I don't know if the house is a one-for-one recreation of the actual one or not. I think it is a little bit different, but still basic layout's the same. I've never seen an entire playthrough of it, but I do know that I would be interested if they ever do get an actual port of MISIDE. Hopefully they will at some point of doing it. Let's see, I think this is locked. Yeah. Got an arrow going for this way. Okay, so another asset you might recognize if you do know MISIDE is this right here. I do believe that is actually in the game. And then here is, of course, the famous wardrobe and one of Crazy Mita's outfits, I think. Here's some more artwork also. And I think there was another one over here. Okay, start by turning it on. And for the life of me, I don't remember how the hell you do that. I've only ever played this one time when I originally got it, so you have to bear with me for a second here while I figure out when the hell to push. Oh, damn it, I'm so stupid. It's this right here. Okay. Spoon, pencil, and bow knot. Or bow knot, however the hell you say that, I don't know. So I gotta find 3 objects and bring them over here. Okay, I guess that's the bow thing. And right there is a little duck, which I believe is an Easter egg that in the actual game you collect them and they appear in the shower. Now it doesn't do that here in the game, but it's still there. And let's see, I don't know. I think there might be a, yeah, right here, spoon. Sorry, my stick is a little sensitive, so it's kind of hard sometimes to pick stuff up. And don't remember now, what was the last thing that we needed? A pencil. Okay, let's see here. Not on her desk. Wait a minute. Was, oh, okay, yeah, that was glowing. That's a pencil right there. Okay, scan the items and turn on the machine. And nothing's happening. Find 3 objects. Already found them. Again, I apologize. I've only played it once, so I don't remember what in the hell you do. Thought you hit that. Okay. And now interact? Yeah, alright. And that opens this up for us to be able to go to Mita's. Like, I guess her version. Mita? Okay, so I believe now we're in supposed Mita's version. Need some batteries and then need to restart, I think, the machine right there. So I think one of the batteries, if I recall correctly, is in here somewhere. Wait a minute. Yeah, this right here. Don't remember if there's 3 of those that you got to find or if it's only 2. Like I said, it's been quite a while since I played this before. So I remember bits and pieces, but I think the actual game has it in the fridge, if I'm not mistaken. I've never seen an entire playthrough of it, but what I have seen of it, I think those are different. What I have seen of the actual MISIDE, I hope that we'll get a, yeah, I can't go in there still, a port of it one day. It's not out of the realm of possibility if the publisher wants to, as we have had other PC ports like Poppy Playtime, for example. Couple of supposed PlayStation controllers there. Is that? Yeah, it's on, but I can't interact with it. I don't remember if it was only 2 batteries or if it was 3 like before. Oh, I wonder, I don't think so. I was going to say, I think in the game, doesn't that actually follow you? There, it looks to be static, though. I guess that's the last one. So I'll put it here. Yeah, okay. Application updating. Okay, so I do believe this will bring supposed Mita to us. Yeah, find and meet Mita. I thought we were supposed to appear in her bedroom, but I guess not. Let's go ahead and check there first, though, and see if she's in there. Yep. Mita? Hi. Finally, we are together. Yes, but don't overthink. You can go back whenever you want. Bullshit. Good, but I saw things before here. Things? Like what? Forget. Maybe my imagination. I love the writing in this. Okay then, let me invite you for a dinner. Yes, of course. And you'll notice little oddities like that in the game. Have dinner with Mita. I don't think she moves or anything. But this is, yeah, she's just going to be static, I guess. I think we have to meet her in the kitchen, I would assume, since she wants us to have dinner with her. Don't remember if the layout of the house is a little bit different. Is this still? Yeah. Yeah, she just appears here. Is this food real? Yes, everything in my world is real. Day 12. Okay, taking a little bit longer this time. I was going to try not to have to cut any of the search for a Mita. Try not to cut any of the footage if I don't have to, because it shouldn't take too long to load. It's kind of neat. Sounds like Japanese. And yeah, still can't interact with that. Were there 2 doors here before? Okay, well, here's the wardrobe, but this is a little bit different of a layout than last time. There's we'll be playing cards with her. I know that's in the original game. And I think it has some different artwork here. Yeah. That one there looks to be more like Crazy Mita. And there as well. This supposed Mita, she's okay looking, but she does not hold a candle to the Mita that's in the actual game. She's much prettier, in my opinion. It's too bad, since they were ripping off everything else, they wouldn't have just kept, you know, the actual look of Mita. But I think this one looks better than the other ripoff that they have, which is still available, which is MISIDE Reality or something like that. Which used to be called MISIDE, I forget what it was called because they changed it. Oh, they changed it to My Reality Side. Hi, Alex. I thought you were still sleeping. I don't remember what happened. Don't worry. I told you not to overthink. True. Since you are here, let's play a game. Let's go. First, turn off TV. Oh, she's actually moving this time. I think that's all the same layout there. Notice the clock ain't moving. But yeah, I want to take a quick look around because the layout of the home did change a little bit from what it was before. Like over here, for example, I don't remember that door being there, but okay, yeah, this is her room now, and she's in there waiting for us. So then what's this? Okay, this is the bathroom, which her room was here before, and then the bathroom was further on. And doesn't look like I can interact with anything in here. I can, of course, come over here and turn off the TV. Play with Mita cards. Again, I love the writing. Shouldn't that be play cards with Mita? Supposed Mita. What's that? Already, huh? Now I'm gonna get to play with her? Don't bother. Things happen. Things? Yeah, really. Nice explanation there. Well, don't bother. Things happen. What you hiding? Don't open. Mita? Your fault then. Boy, I love how cryptic this is. What you talking about? Yeah, really. Okay. So I guess now she's going to become, well, I mean, the actual Mita was always Crazy Mita, but of course hid it for a while. Search for a flashlight. But I guess now she'll be after us. If I remember correctly, she doesn't really chase us too much, though. Let me see if I can open this. Yeah. I think you can interact with that too, but I want to find the flashlight first because I know I'm going to need it. If I recall correctly, the other model of Mita should be somewhere in here too that we'll be seeing. Here's the flashlight. That helps. Search for Mita. Okay, she's not over here. I thought I remember seeing on YouTube like she always comes over here to like jump scare or something. What was that? I think the chair moved. Ah, so this is the older model of Mita. If I can't get too close, but can you see her pigtails? So she's still in the game as well. I think originally the other Mita was supposed to look like her, and I think she appears once again somewhere else. Maybe that was supposed to be the window breaking, but there's nothing there. You can hear like a humming or something. Don't recall where the hell she's at. I thought she's supposed to be over there, but she wasn't when I... That's different. I was going to say she wasn't there when I looked a minute ago, unless she moves around. I don't know. It seemed like she moved that one time, and that was really it. And that's locked, yeah. So, It's because we haven't found her yet, I guess. I guess I'm on the right track, though, if it's doing that. Let's go ahead and check the kitchen again real quick. I'll take another look. Okay, she's there now. Mita? What happened? She is here. Who? Escape from the wardrobe. Okay, so I'm a little confused then. Search for the basement key. Is that supposed to be kind Mita? I was going to say the other one, I think there's like a jump scare at that point for the crazy Mita, but was it actually then crazy Mita that we let out of the wardrobe? Of course, by we, I mean me, but I'm including you in this since it's a playthrough, and that way you get to blame just as much as I do. Don't recall where the hell the key is, but I don't think it'd be in here, but I'll just take a quick look to be on the safe side. I don't want to be stuck in, like, sections of this game for too long. I remember originally I had a hell of a time finding her because I forgot that, like, she moved around and stuff, and when I looked, she wasn't back there, and then I didn't think to look back there again. Yeah, chairs are definitely moving. There we go. Okay, go ahead and take that. Go to basement wardrobe. And I believe this is where Crazy Mita should go ahead and show up, or supposed Crazy Mita. Now, there is like some rooms in here, but not much that you can hide and stuff. That moaning is like louder in here too. And I don't think there's really anything that you can take in here. Not really much that you can do. It's kind of all there for show and stuff. Now, there is something that is like, yeah, right here. That I know this is part of the original game and stuff, and it says interact, but when I try to, it won't let me, because I know like there's something that you can like input a code there or something, but I can't interact with it, so I don't know. There's chainsaw for Crazy Mita. And there is, I'm assuming, kind Mita. Mita? What happened? Alex. She is the responsible. Who? Don't ask too much. Be careful. What are you hiding? Get me out of here. How? Search for keys. Now, that is not the Mita that we've been in contact with. How would she know that that is Alex then? And even though I have the key, when I try to access it, that's when the crazy one's going to appear. She is coming. Yeah, she's right there. Now, if she catches us, it will jump scare us, but she doesn't have like a stabbing animation. It just kind of like fades to black, but it's not too hard to like get around her. Just wait till she does that, and then hurry up the steps right here before she catches us. And I guess we did unlock the cage to let her out. I don't know, but because she will appear later on. Get out from the back rooms. Now, I don't know if this was in the original game or not. This is the door we came in. It's locked now. Help me from the other side, which is what Mita is saying. So she's somewhere in here. But it is a little confusing. Now, of course, I don't know for the actual game if kind Mita knows the player, whoever you are, you know, or if you introduce yourself. But this one clearly did. So it's kind of confusing if in this version we let the psychopath out, or was that the psychopath that we were talking to? I don't know. Also looks like, I guess that's stuck up there because it's not disappearing. Guess the way find her. Let's see. I don't recall which way you're supposed to go. I think that, yeah, these loop if I recall correctly until you find the right one. I think that's where we need to go, is over there. Try going down here first. I remember that later on there is a part coming up that just fucking loops forever, but this isn't it. This one's not too bad. In fact, this is what we're looking for right here. I remember because I remember them controllers from my last time I played it. What I don't remember is which way I went after that, though. Can't interact with that. I do remember we're looking for a ladder to like climb up out of here, and I think it keeps looping until we find it. Guess the dialogue's gonna stay up until we actually talk to her. Oh, I do remember this, something I'll show you. So clearly we don't go that way, and this is the way we're going to be going, but it looks like you could go down here, right? You can't. No further than this right here. There's an invisible wall right here. I don't know what the point of that was. Make it look like there's more than there is. In any case, this is where you're going to be coming, and you can see that there is what I'm assuming is kind Mita. Mita? I was looking for all over this place. Where are we? Home. Home? Here is home again. What home? The way they fucking have this worded. And real helpful too, isn't she? Well, she wasn't lying though. But yeah, it's kind of hard to, I don't know in the case of, because like with the original game, they, you know, have more unique character to them with the different names, the different way they like wear their hair and stuff, so it's obvious who you're talking to. Here, I don't know if that's the one that was hunting down in the basement, if that is kind Mita, or what. In fact, if I recall correctly, the Arrow one, we don't really come across her again, except maybe one at a time, and then it's using the original model, which had her hair in pigtails, but different color. I don't know why they didn't just stick with that, because I mean, obviously they were ripping things off. Now, I'll warn you that this was the part I'm talking about. I remember this, because this takes for fucking ever to get through. I remember that there is a small version of Mita here. A little girl that will be sitting in the chair over here. But I don't recall exactly when we'll encounter her. But I remember this fucking goes forever. Now, it could have been my fault, because I remember the last time I played it, it confused me. I didn't know if it was supposed to go like forward and back, as it says exit the loop. This time, I'm just going to keep going forward, because eventually I think that's how I got out. But it should start to change and look different if we are going the right way. I think this is mainly in here for, okay, I think that's different, and that's definitely different. The arrow pointing that way, so yeah, I'm going the right way. I think this is mainly in here for filler. I don't know if the original game had it go on like as long as this does or not, but I think this was here to really stretch out time, because otherwise it would have been pretty short. And for what it was, my main complaint with the game was the fact that they tried to pass it off as something that it wasn't, instead of it just being obvious that it would be like a parody or ripoff or whatever, as some other games it's clear that's what they are. Well, that's not good. But otherwise, for I think it was only like a couple of bucks, I don't remember, it was really cheap. And I do remember saying at the time, and playing through it again, I do feel like I got my money's worth out of it. No way in hell does this thing hold a candle to the actual MISIDE, and I really, really wish that they would port that one here. But for, you know, what it was, I think if they would have went ahead and made it MISDIE obvious right from the start, before you purchase it and stuff, it could have stayed like the other MISIDE inspired one. Sounds like it's raining now on the store, because I think there's only one other one that is, and it's still currently up. That's that My Reality Side one, which used to be called My Side Reality, but they had to change the name too. Otherwise they'd get a baseball bat through their window. But in any case. But yeah, like I said earlier, I got a comment on the video that I had uploaded about this, because originally I wanted people to know, you know, if you were going to purchase it, just know what it was that you got, and then they took it down. I think it was like a week later or whatever, but on that video I got a comment about it looking interesting, and they wondered if I could do a playthrough of it. And since I still had it, I figured, what the hell, you know. Also, you can figure I'm running out of stuff to say while we're trying to get through this damn loop. I do apologize, I don't know how long this is going to be. I think you have to keep going through the door, so I couldn't pick up the bat and I couldn't exit out the window either, so Plus, we haven't seen the little girl yet, because I do remember her. Oh, hey, look. A little soda can hidden behind the clock there. I noticed that in some other places also. Okay, we're going the right way. This is different. Should be coming across the little girl pretty soon. But really, though, they could have, because again, they had the other Mita at some point. Okay, that's different. In the game before they put that long-haired version in, because the pigtailed version that appeared at the start and then was hanging in the bathroom. Because that's how I recognized that she had the pigtails like crazy Mita, although of course the hair color was different. So I don't think that you can go through these or anything to exit the loop. You have to keep going through the doors. Plus we haven't encountered her yet, I was going to say. That's who I was talking about, the little girl. You'll have to forgive me, I don't remember every single one of the Mita's names, as I've never again played the original. But I do know, several of them, like Crazy Mita, Kind Mita, Cappy, although Cappy unfortunately is not got the representation in this. I think we would have already encountered her if she did. But Crazy, Kind, that little one, the little girl, and then I think the Core Mita is also, or their version of her. But we should be, if I recall, able to actually get a good close-up of her, yeah, sitting here. So this is the little girl. Don't know what she's called in the other one, but you can see she's pretty torn up, unfortunately, there, and kind of like stitched together and stuff. And can't interact with her, at least I don't remember being able to talk with her. But as we go through the loop, she'll keep appearing there. I do apologize for the length of the loop. I don't remember how much further it goes on, but it should be getting close to the end now that we've seen her. But definitely to me it feels like this is in here looping this long to, fill it out. And each time I'm not able to, I'm trying to interact with her, but I don't think there's an option to. Because I know in the original, I think like she does interact with you. I've seen like bits and pieces on YouTube, and then she has like a monster or something that chases you, although that's not here either. I think that was my fault. I hit it twice. Well, an exit to the damn loop would be nice. Otherwise, you could just call it Loop the Game. Should be getting pretty damn close, because I'm certain there's nothing in here to interact with. Just have to keep going through the doors there. Any day now. I'm running out of stuff to say in this section. Would you mind finishing the loop for me, little girl? I'd appreciate it. This is working. Next door, I guess. Oh, finally. I wasn't lying about how long that fucker takes. Alright, find the exit. Now where the hell are we? I don't remember this area. Oh, wait a minute. No, I think I do. I vaguely remember it. Yeah, I think that's where we're going. For those wondering, the loop section of this game is definitely the longest part of it. I don't think there's a lot of it left. I don't know how long I've been in here. I ain't been keeping track, but I think the game is like around maybe an hour or so. I don't know, you can see the time on the video once it's up, so. Arrow pointing the wrong way. And whatever the hell that is. Okay, I do remember this. And the reason I remember this is because of these down here. So if you're familiar with MISIDE, then you'll definitely recognize these. I don't know if they're the exact model, but that's the way that the Mitas look. Now, I think in the actual game they move and like stalk you and shit, but here they're just like Still, what I touch? Okay, they're down there. I guess I got too close to the exit, I guess. You know, in any case. Alright, where to now? I remember there's this, like, I don't even know what the hell it is, this big ass thing that, yeah, is in this area. So these gates are currently closed and we need to go, like, up through these paths, but there is a way we can go. And I remember there's some switches to interact with here. Also looks to be kind of like a graphical issue right there. Okay, that opened that one. I think there's some more of them robots around here somewhere, but I don't think at any... Yeah, right there. Actually all over the place in here. But at no point do they attack you. But these ones at least do move. There's one right there. You can see she's moving. But I don't think any of them attack you. And that's the thing, because, again, since I've never played the original, but I've seen bits and pieces of it, I'm pretty certain doesn't Crazy Mita follow the player and stuff. Here it was like just really small section. What is this? Who are these names? Players? You know, some of these names. That's supposed to be beef sandwich. That's not how you spell it, but whatever. Any case, so you can see there's a lot of different names here, so a lot of players that's been brought in, and it looks to be like a candlelight visual form that's been set up. I don't know who would have done that. Kind Mita, maybe. In case, can't interact with any of it, but just to kind of show you that there have been other people brought in here besides Alex. I don't know if that's in the original game or not. One thing definitely is in the original game is this is the other version of Mita that I mentioned earlier that you can see better. This was the one that was hanging in the bathroom, and you can see she has pigtails and also looks to have a hair color similar to the actual Mita. She's the one that I believe was originally in the game as the Mita we interacted with. I don't know, of course, because what's that? I got it when it first came out and it wasn't out very long, but I'm thinking that because of the beginning of the game where the smaller version of Mita that you interact with before he gets pulled into it did have the pigtails, although she did have the reddish hair, and then the larger one didn't, and in the actual MISIDE, and there is what I was talking about earlier, that big ass thing. I don't know what that is, but wandering around down here. But I'm thinking that they decided maybe that was going one step too far to have her look that close to Crazy Mita or something. But hell, why stop there? You ripped off everything else. But we're definitely getting near the end of this particular game, as I think we're getting close to the core now. So coming in here, you can see there's not too much in here, but where I need to go is right here, and that should take us to the core. Either that or... Okay, it froze for a minute there, but yeah. You are finally here. Welcome to the core. So what should I do here now? Easy. Make sure the software is up to date. Good luck. And of course that's all she tells you. So again, not very helpful, but I do remember this area. You come in here and there's the core, and the core Mita is actually on the other side of that, or their version of her. And so when you come up here, she should interact with us. Yep. Hi there. You can't enter people's home without saying hi. Hi. Who are you? I'm the core. Hi, core. So, I'm trying to fix the core. It's basically you? Not really. There are other versions of Mita. Some are corrupted, archived, or depreciated. So whatever you're going to do will affect on every version. Be careful. Of course. Again, I just love the writing in here. Now I know the actual MISIDE, I think was Russian developers. I don't know who did this rip-off version of it. But in any case, so we need to reset the core, which is right here. But before we can do that, we have to come over here, as the solution to it is actually right here. And hopefully I can remember which ones are lit up, because I have a bad memory. But we need to light those 3 up on the computer. Let me check one more time. Hopefully I can do this in one go. So interact with this, start the application, hit X again, and now we need to select the ones that were over there. So I think it was this one, and then that one, and that one, I think. Okay, yeah, I did it. Good. I have a very bad memory, so I'm surprised I got that in one go without having to go back and look. So now I think we're back in Alex's room here. So it looks like did at the start before getting pulled into MISIDE, or supposed MISIDE. And there's nothing in here that can be interacted with, can't go out or anything. The only thing that you can interact with is again the phone. By doing so, just goes ahead and brings this up and deletes the app. Which brings us to the credits, which consist of all of that. So with that, that is going to do it for this playthrough. Like I said, I don't do these very often, but because I got the request for this game and I still had it, I figured I'd go ahead and make it for the person. Hopefully it gave you an idea of what this was. Again, the game was not available for very long. It was probably only about maybe a week that was up on PSN Store, so I doubt very many people have it unless there were a few others that bought it. In any case, thank you for taking the time to watch the video. Take care. This has been a Streaming Freedom Video Bulletin via the Eyes Only Informant Net. Peace out.